Hi Cancer, Adrian H on your page and Great Life. Welcome to your video. I love all my zodiac signs, but I get super excited when I do the Cancer ones. Slightly biased, I'll admit it. I will admit it. Slightly biased because I'm a fellow Cancerian too. So this video is all about new beginnings for 2020 as we go into the new year. So we go into a new cycle. Okay, so new years, obviously a new cycle as well as a new decade. So what you maybe want to do, Cancer, is also you want to maybe look back about a week and a half ago. I posted videos just for end of year, so kind of like what you need to tie up, what you need to let go, those type of things. Okay. So what is it that you need to maybe let go of in order to have a richer experience of life? So what I'm going to do is I want to ask you to please choose card number 1, 2, or 3. I'm choosing card number 3, so I want to see what that is all about. Because I also want to see where it's going for me, obviously. But just choose card number 1, 2, or 3, and let's see what guidance is coming out there for you for your 2020, for new beginnings, to see what's happening, what's going on there going forward. If it's your first time joining the channel, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. If you're coming back, thanks for coming back. Cancerians supporting Cancerians. And if it's the first time watching, guys, as Cancerians, we are so interesting. So stick around and see what we all got for you. All right. Okay, so if you chose card number 1, don't give up. Okay. Protect that which you have created. Have courage and believe in yourself. 9 of Fire is really about stepping into that part of yourself that is almost a little bit more vigilant that you might ordinarily prefer for things to be. Okay. I know that Cancerians, that we can sometimes prefer to be more mellow. We would rather let things slide, rather let it roll, but what then happens is sometimes it builds up a little bit too much, and then you get like the dragon that looks at you and it's like, hello, it's time for you to embrace into that energy. It's time to let it flow. It's time to let it be. It's time for you to step into that strength, you can still be maintained and run by your emotions, but in the positive sense of it and not in the negative sense of it, doesn't run the show anymore. Okay. And at the same time, this card is also a reminder, if we chose card number 1, Cancer, that we are always protected and we are supported and we are universally supported. All right. So there's a lot of resources out there that supports us and that's available to us. It's up to us to open our hearts to the flow in order to let it in. So sometimes you need to, sometimes what you need to do in order to actually strengthen up is to actually allow yourself to be a bit more vulnerable, to let the hurt in, to let it into your shell, to even feel it a little bit, so that you can, instead of trying to avoid it, that you can actually know, what it feels like. All right, so I'm just going to pop over 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to go into more details for life guidance. Now, card number 2. Phew. This is a good one, huh? This is where you're in that flow, where things can just happen, where you're just in that moment, where it's just like boom, boom, boom. Everything just happens for you. It's almost like it doesn't matter which way you go to, you've got that magical power flow thing happening for you all the time. And I'm definitely here at the moment, which is great. But it takes a while to get here. So if you are here, it takes a while for you to get here. It takes a lot of courage, and it probably took a lot of tears, and it took a lot of lessons. And some of those might have been quite hard lessons for you to learn. But here you are, all right? So just embrace that moment and go forward boldly and just be you. Enjoy your moment, enjoy your life. Card number 3. What I chose. Let's see what I chose. What's coming up? I want to see. I want to know. I want to know what love is, and I want you to show me. Let me see. Ace of Fire, creating new opportunities, career advancement, change of life. 80 likes. I like it. I like it. I like it. New life, new flow, new beautiful, new abundance. This is actually when you are in the strength of your emotions. Okay. where you, and the thing is, when you when your emotions determine how you feel in life, it almost overrides your logic in a sense. And what it then does is that it can throw you all over the place. But once you realize, okay, so this is who I am. I'm a person who feels at a very deep level. I care very deeply and I love wholeheartedly. So then it comes that you become more mindful of your energy. So how do I maintain that? How do I maintain the strength of that? Okay? Because depending on how you look at things, if you look at my finger, you see it moving to that side. But if you look at it from a different angle, it's also moving the other side, you know? Like I can be doing circles now and this is clockwise, but if you look at it from the other side of the card, then it's anti-clockwise. It's the same thing with a ball. Look at this. You turn it one way and it's turning one way, my beautiful crystal ball over here. So you can argue that this is clockwise, but if you look at it from this side, it's actually anti-clockwise. Okay? So it's about choice. It's about choosing love and choosing yourself and choosing to love yourself. Like this part takes even longer to get to, but it's so rewarding. All right. Okay, so let's get you some guidance there, Cancers, fellow Cancerians. So if you chose card number 1, okay, that is really embracing you. You might be in this journey that you may be just in the beginning of your spiritual path. So maybe you're still a bit younger, physically younger of spirit. But you're really learning to, you're getting to that space where you're learning to stand up for yourself. And sometimes this can be a very challenging path to be at. That is why it's important for you to believe in yourself, to love yourself. And if you focus on the positive side of things, the positive side of life, having courage to be you, having courage to be okay with being who you are, then that's a good step. Then this dragon start looking at you and be like, okay, look at you starting to open your heart there to flowing things. Now your wishes are starting to come true. Now you're starting to stop worrying about things that you don't need to worry about. Now your experience for life is becoming better. Your heart is opening more. It's flowing more. Things come to you easy and more effortlessly. And you may say, oh wow, it's like all of a sudden people are friendlier to me, or kinder to me, or nicer to me, or things just happen for me. But you change, and that is why everything else is changing. Okay? You are the one who maintains the flow of your life. Look at that. And then things expand. Celebrations, weddings, birthdays, announcements. Because you realize that in order for you to experience the stability of life and the positive side of life and the flow of life and the merge and your heart opening and beating strongly and all those wonderful, great and positive things, you realize that the onus lies with you. That you are the magic that you have been looking for. That you've always been the magic that you're looking for. Okay? You may have just been looking at places that weren't the best places to look, but it's fine. Now you know better, and when you know better, you do better. So if you chose card number 2, the World, with Archangel Michael, this speaks about the end of journeys. This speaks about that crossover phase, breaching from this side to that side, which might seem very challenging in the beginning. You're like, oh my goodness, I've got no idea how, not even I've got no idea how I'm going to do it. You might say like, I know for a fact I can't do that. I'm not that strong. I don't have what it takes. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you actually do. You just have to give yourself a chance. 10 of Earth, circles of completion. 10 is about completion, ends and beginnings. This is about the Earth journey. That happy family you're looking for, the financial security, finding magic in little things. The drink that is brought for you when you want it on time. Coffee in bed, that type of beautiful stuff that makes life worth living. Watching sunshines and rainbows. This is where you're heading. And nothing and nobody brought you there but you. Okay? Because you realize that the magic that you're looking for is you. And it's always been you. And look at that. Creativity expanding, recognition, and obviously with recognition comes promotion, enhancement, more reasons to smile. Okay? Because now you're a team player. And you're a team player of your own. You're a team player you let your emotions guide you in positive ways. Because emotions are a good thing. It's like a guide that we have as human beings, as a soul having a human being experience. It's one of the best things that you can do, especially if you're on a spiritual journey, because by your emotions is how the universe communicates to you. Does this feel right or does this feel wrong? And 3, it's a stronger shape in nature. I don't know if you all knew that. If you watch the movie Boss Baby, they actually talk about it. I love that movie, by the way. Let me know what you think of the movie. But yeah, it's beautiful. And as you tend to the little things, your life expands even more beautifully outwards. Okay, your heart shines more beautifully outwards in all directions. You become like this radiant light that attracts positivity and prosperity and success and love abundantly. Card number 3, my card. Okay, calling for a strong change of life, believing in yourself, having that faith, that not just the faith but the knowing, and almost a refusal to accept otherwise that you are not good enough, but knowing that I am good enough, I've got what it takes, I am the magic. Okay, looking in that mirror, doing your mirror work, your affirmations, looking in your own eyes and saying I am the magic, and you feel it on every level of your being. If your mind believes that, then, if your subconscious mind believes that in your experience of life, that is how it must be. Say to yourself, I am the magic. Because you created yourself, desire to move on, wanting more meaning in life, spiritual and emotional growth and stable. Maybe you've been floating around quite a little bit and you're tired of that. You want your life to make sense and to be balanced. Maybe even a little bit predictable, but predictable in a way that would keep your heart smiling. You're there. You're there, you're there, you're there. Good news by financial matters if you may have been wondering about money. A big concern that normally comes up at this particular point in time is money. How will I afford it? How will it work? New areas of study, expansion of knowledge opening out for you. Okay? A great and beautiful offer being made for you. Absolutely wonderful. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I think for Cancerian, it has been a bit of a challenge. 2019 has really been, I think it's been quite challenging, but it really molded us. Because, you only get this is something important to remember and to be mindful of. You get the experience that molds you when you are ready to move to the next phase, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. If you don't feel the experience, then you're not part of being molded, which is fine, but it also means that you're not ready yet. Okay, so you're that marble block or that granite block that's being molded to become something beautiful. Like back to my crystal ball. I love this ball. It was given to me by my first Reiki trainer back in 2013. I think she gave it to me in 2014. It's called Leonie, after a grandchild. And this was once a solid piece or part of a bigger piece of crystal. And in order for it to come into my life and add so much beauty and positivity into my life and experience of life, it needed to be molded. And you could be molded towards it to become this beautiful, flawless perfection. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer. I do appreciate it. I always welcome your comments. Watch back at the videos that I made for you about a week and a half ago. Even the romance ones a little bit while back if you're looking for love. Okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel so that going forward I can make more of these videos for you. If you want to have a personal reading or want to check out any of my other services, or you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I do daily readings over there. Just check all the links down below. You can book your private bookings in there. Apart from that, love and light. Thanks for joining. Ciao, ciao, ciao.